This nigga is not going to sleep, man. Turn this down. Turn this down. Turn that all the way down real quick. Alright, so I just want y'all to understand the premise. This is from the Ankh Life guy. Somebody sent me that post, a specific post he did about anybody posting about reptilians is a disinformationist. So obviously you seen me talk about it from years ago, like 2014, 15, you see me mention it. Now we kind of getting back into it now. So obviously I would fit underneath that banner. So naturally I'm going to defend myself, right? So instead of talking about the guy, I just went straight to his page and confronted him. You understand? He wasn't talking about me. He probably don't even know about my page. But I knew about his post, so I went to go make some mischief. For which, I don't know, I guess maybe he's used to speaking to other people who don't study, because you know most black people don't read. For which I replied and gave him my library, just so he can understand, like, no, I'm not one of them niggas who don't read. Okay, you can't just say, hey, take this PDF and then shoo me off somewhere. It doesn't work like that. I do that to people. You don't do it to me. But anyway, right? So when he realized that it's not going to be no cakewalk conversation exchange, no, right? That's when he decided he wanted to name call, right? But that's not the big deal. If you read in the exchange, he threatens to block me for calling him an idiot. Meanwhile, he's trying to call me a neophyte, which means a novice. He's trying to call me all types of names as if, you understand what I'm saying? Like it's going to fly over my head. Like, dude, you're not even as smart as me. You're still on Pan-Africanism and out of Africa theory. You still talking about ETs and extraterrestrials. He doesn't know the fact that the angelic beings are the reptilians. The seraphim are serpent-like angelic beings. The people who rule the earth are their hybrid children. Hence why the RH negative factor is so key. This holy grail bloodline. Right? This is why all the world elite, are RH negative. Right? RH negatives account for 15% of the population. Right? Why is it that majority of the world's leaders, if not all, are RH negative? Doesn't matter the complexion. Doesn't matter the nationality or race. Because remember, if we're studying the Torah Tanakh, what did the Torah Tanakh tell us? The children of Ham were tainted by their foremother because she had Nephilim DNA. The children of Japheth were tainted by their foremother because they had Nephilim DNA. How do you think the children of Ham and the children of Japheth, Gog and Magog, Nimrod, and everybody who's related to them brood and those families, how do you think they all end up with giants? With Rephaim and Nephilim bloodlines, with deformities. How do you think them people over there in India are having babies with crab legs and shit? Come on, man. Come on, man. Just trying to let you know. Let me pour this juice real quick. And then what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to disprove his first premise, is that the reptilians ruling the world is a white man theory. It's not a white man theory. I'm going to introduce you to a black guy. His name is Credo Mutwa, who David Icke went to go verify his own theories. Here's a dilemma here. David Icke is a disinformationist. He's an agent, right? Now, what do we know about agents? We know that agents have to tell you 85 to 95% of the truth, and they tell you 5% to 15% lies. It's the same thing with the New Testament, right? New Testament got 85% truth in it, but then it's those 15% lies that'll fuck you up. And it's the same thing with Credo Mutwa. Same thing with David Icke. So that leaves two premises. Either Credo Mutwa is being used by disinformationists, or Credo Mutwa is a disinformationist himself. So the only way to come up with a conclusion is to check out the man's material and to come up with your own conclusion, right? That's what we're going to do. Okay? Get my damn juice. So remember what this guy says. Go to his page so you can see what his post says. Not what he wants to newly argue now. I'm going off what his post said. His post said that the reptilian agenda is a white man theory. Okay? So we're going to go into the Torah Tanakh. I'm going to show you where the reptilians are located. Right? Then we're going to go to Credo Mutwa. And then when I go home, whether it be tonight, this morning when I go home, or at another time, I will post to you out of the Enuma Elish and show you the reptilians are in there too. Let's go. Okay, so this is a Credo. We're not going to get to watch all of this, but you can look it up. It says David Icke and Credo Mutwa, the reptilian agenda. Right? So very clearly it's a black man. And then when you read his caption, he also says that the reptilian agenda is a white man theory. It's white man lies. Read his caption. Known disinformation agent. He's a known agent, a known Freemason, right? Talks with Credo Mutwa. So he's either genuine or he's a disinformation agent. So we're going to find out.
Hello and welcome to Africa, this enormous and...
Where they at? The blackest continent, supposedly the blackest continent on the planet, right? But I thought he said it's a white man theory. Huh? Matter of fact, let's make sure, because I got niggas in my comment section trying to reword what he said, and we're gonna make him stick to his words. I don't know if it's a he or a she, I don't know. But they're gonna stick to their word. You understand? So let's just get this page real quick. Here it is. Okay. Anyone promoting this idea that reptilians, aka lizard people, are controlling the world are all liars, right? That's what they're saying. That we're liars, right? The people who are RH negative, only 15%. Right? The elite themselves, when you read the elite's material, they tell you who they descend from. They tell you they're the serpent seed. Yet this jackass is telling you, whoever tells you that's a liar. But the elite are telling you about themselves, so they're lying on themselves. The elite are lying on themselves. What would be the purpose of doing that? Wouldn't the elite want to hide their existence and their true identity, not put it out there? Right. Whatever. Anyway, let's now look at the stupidity of a lot of his evidences. Look at this shit. See, he's one of these people, the YT people, right? Say that the guy on the left is controlling the world. Where are the majority of white people? Where are the majority of white people telling you these guys rule the world? There's no majority of anyone telling you they rule the world. Nobody's even on this type of shit. Fuck is he talking about? And then he seems to think that these reptiles, which are basic animal, right, have the same intellect as a sapien, a Draco sapien, right? A repto sapien. He obviously doesn't understand the difference between cognition. Okay? Just look at this shit. But explain to me how the fuck I caught him with my coconut leaf. What the fuck is he talking about? That's a fucking... oh my God. I don't even know where to begin with this shit. Look at this. Hold up. And then he goes, so far, no evidence. He doesn't have any evidence. Just his opinions. There's no reptilians controlling our world. Don't believe white people. See? These are white people's lies. So according to him, Credo Mutwa, who we're going to see on camera, is a white man. According to him. Right? We're going to keep going. He forces you to watch the skies for a god. What the fuck is he talking about? If people who are telling you the reptilians are real, first off, anyone who knows anyone who talks about this material, they tell you they're underground and deep in the ocean. They're not up in the fucking sky. What the fuck is he talking about? Somebody tell me what he's talking about, because I'm struggling. I don't understand. Alright? So, keep what he says. Right? So I got chicken, fucking rice, yellow rice on my fingers. Don't believe the white people's lies. So the reptilians is white people's lies, right? So I disprove him if I show one black person showing their ancient history and culture, acknowledging that these beings exist. If I can do that, then he's the liar, not any of us telling the truth. While he goes around and destroys the earth and then blame it on his alter ego, the devil himself. See, this is what this guy doesn't understand. And this has to do with if y'all remember the Matrix breakdown that I gave y'all. Remember I showed y'all there's the square box where it's ruled by the caste system, right? Where it's ruled by race, wealth, and bloodlines. That breakdown that I have, he doesn't understand the reality is the way that it is. He thinks that white people are humans. He doesn't understand they're hybrids. They're not human. He don't get that. He don't get those things. He don't know that. He don't know nothing about RH negative factor. He knows nothing about that, right? Or you can go ask him. I bet you don't know shit about it. Okay? So we're going to read what he says again. He thinks that white people are making up the reptilians so that they don't have to be accountable for their behavior. But this is what I'm telling you, is that white people and them white Asians, anybody with pale skin, are related to these serpent seed due to the SLC45A2 gene allele mutation. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I be saying this shit all the time. You can go look it up. When you look it up, you see which species intermingled with Neanderthals and Denisovans. Neanderthals and Denisovans are hybrids of the serpent seed. If Neanderthals are hybrids, and then Neanderthals intermingled with a group or brood of mankind and produced the Asians and the white man today, then that means the white man is a hybrid of a hybrid. He's related to these beings. He's a part of them. He's not separate. Like, these niggas is crazy. Let's keep going. Look, this is what he says. There's no Anunnakis, there's no aliens, there's no extraterrestrials, no Bigfoot or otherworldly beings. So this person doesn't believe in the spiritual realm. They only believe in this physical world. That's all they believe in. And hold up. This guy is fucking up. Oh my God. Hang on a second. Give me a second. Now we're back. Okay, so you see in this guy's text, he hasn't proven a goddamn thing. All he's done is giving you his opinion. Now, according to the Sumerians, right? They will tell you that the Anunnaki, these beings from the sky who came to Earth, who are related or look like serpents, right? They'll tell you they exist. The Mayans and the Aztecs tell you about the fiery serpents. They depict them all over their walls eating human flesh. The fuck is this? What is this cat talking about? Credo Mutua tells you about the South Africans and their legend of the Chitori. You can look up the Chitori. Look it up. Chitori. Chitori. You can look it up. Google it right now before we even get into it. Google it. So you can see these are all black civilizations telling you. So where these Pan-Africanists, these new black niggas come from, making up their own history and not even utilizing anything in the ancient text. Isn't it funny? The white man does not believe in ancient mythology. He calls ancient history. He calls it myth because the white man has no history dating back then. So to him, it's not real because it bypasses his existence, right? And if you notice, a lot of these Pan-Africanists, they pick up those white mentalities. If it comes from the ancient past and it doesn't go along with the indoctrination that they currently have, it must be false. And they end up doubting their own ancestors and siding with white people, yet claiming that they're against white people. Fucking morons. I don't want your fucking ebook. Fuck your ebook. Do you understand? Give me, you see the book that you wrote? Why don't you send me the sources which you used to be able to write your book? And I'll go read that. I'll go study that. Fuck your book. Okay? And while you're in this video section, since you're so damn concerned, what you need to do is you need to prove that reptilians is a white man before I even start playing Credo Mutua. What you need to do is you need to prove that the Enuma Elish does not have any serpent seed reference in it. You need to prove where the emerald tablets come from since you claim they're false. You need to prove that. You can't just make a claim and don't prove it. Prove it. Prove it. The people who've been following my page since fucking 2013, they've seen me prove this reptilian thing time and time and time again. Whether I come out the Sumerian tablets, whether I come out the Vedic texts, whether I come out the Torah Tanakh. This dude is crazy, yo. These Pan-Africanists don't be knowing shit. And they're mad arrogant. You want to offer me fucking PDFs? I have a personal library. You kidding me? Know who you talking to, bro. Know whose tree you barking up. Know how long I've been doing this shit? Check this out. What is that? Now, the serpent is more cunning beyond any beast of the field. Now, if you look up the Hebrew word for serpent, you'll understand that it's seraph or nakash. If you know anything about the nakash are the fiery serpents which the Aztecs and Mayans talk about. Those are the Israelites, Aztecs and Mayans, right? So let's go to fiery serpent real quick. And you can see the different cultures, even in the Chinese culture. You find them there. For right now, just for this intents and purposes, we'll use Google and things of this nature. When I go home, if we got the time today, then we'll hit up the books. But one of these days, we're just going to hit up all the books all at one time. Right? So let's see. Fiery serpent. Fiery serpents. Seraphim. Okay, so if you Google them, look at the images, you'll find them all throughout different cultures. You can see them depicted this way, which doesn't mean that's literally how they looked. Notice how he's mentioning Malachi Z. York. I don't study Malachi Z. York. I don't study Jordan Maxwell. I don't study Zachariah Sitchin. They're all disinformation agents. Ready? Let's go.
Astonishing continent. South Africa.
Oh, wait, hold up. Let's finish making this man own his words. He says there's no spiritual realm. There's only this guy. This guy is no better than a Darwinian evolutionist. No better. He says that he believes there's no spiritual realm. He's the same as the white man. The white man also believes that there's no spiritual realm. Right? How is that possible? How is this man an African? Africans have soul, right? How is he don't believe in it? How is he only believes in the material realm? Man only believes in what he can see. You can't see your mind, so that means your mind doesn't exist. You can't see a headache, that means your headaches don't exist. So just because I only experience my headache and no one else in the world can experience my headache, it means my headache doesn't exist because I can't see it. You do know that's what natural science is about, right, buddy? You do know natural science is about what you can observe, whether directly or indirectly, in the physical realm, right? You know that science is limited. Science cannot dictate the existence or lack thereof of anything spiritual. You do understand that, right? You do not understand the difference between classical physics and quantum mechanics, do you not? You do understand that quantum mechanics is now catching up to all of the metaphysical things that you were mentioning that you don't know shit about, right? Because you're a YouTube scholar, right? Okay. Dude, read the fuck what you just said. Read what you just said. You're saying there's no other worldly beings outside of this terrestrial realm. Read your own fucking words, dumbass. You're an idiot. You don't even know what you fucking type. You just type just to type. You're a fucking moron. I'm reading your words to you, and you're asking me. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna pin it. This guy's an idiot. Look at what he asked me. Look at what's pinned right there. Read his words. Read his words. Well, I'll even run it back for you. Read his words. Let's read it together, people. Hey, Unc Life, let's read it together, dumbass. Don't believe white people's lies. Okay, so everything that he's going to mention from this point on is white people's lies, right? Fucking idiot. That's just how the devil works. So he's going to call people a religious term, yet he's going to tell people not to be religious. So what is your identification of the devil if not from a religious overturn? Right? You're an idiot. Okay? He forces you to watch the skies for a god. First off, anybody who knows the reptilians and any white people teaching about reptilians don't teach you that they come from the skies, but that they're underground. Right? And in the deep sea oceans. Retard, right? I did it from the beginning. You should have been in here when I was doing it. Shut your ass up, okay? While he goes around and destroys the earth, this is a fact, we agree, and then blamed it on his alter ego. Hey, buddy, if you read books like by Nicholas de Vere and you read any of the elites' books, they tell on themselves because they have to. That's how Freemasons work. That's how Luciferian Satanists work. They have to tell you the truth in order to evade karmic responsibility. How they tell you the truth is up to them, whether they do it through predictive programming or they put it in books that you don't read because you're only getting PDFs from Africans, right? Blamed it on his alter ego. If you knew anything, you'd know that the Rh negative factor is the genetic evidence for these reptilian serpent seeds. If you understood the Rh negative factor, you'd know that the elite are Rh negative within their bloodline. It doesn't matter what race they are. Hence why all of these intermingling groups, you go anywhere in ancient society, you see blue-eyed people are the ruling class, whether that's Sumeria, the Aztecs, the Mayans. When they got taken over by these serpent seed, they were pale skinned, they had blue eyes and recessive features. This is why your white man and your modern Asian, your modern European have pale skin, because they intermingled with their serpent seed. The Neanderthals and Denisovans were offspring of these beings that you claim don't exist, you dumb shit. And then he goes on to say there's no reptilians, there's no Anunnaki, there's no aliens, there's no extraterrestrials, there's no Bigfoot. Well, if he understood first off, there's no such thing as extraterrestrials. There are interdimensional beings. There's no other planets because we don't live in a heliocentric environment. We live in a flat earth plane which has different earth dimensions. There are different dimensions. There's only one physical location. There's no different planets to land on. Heliocentrism doesn't exist. But to a jackass like you, flat earth theory is a white man doctrine. Jackass. Right? So you can see what he's saying. He's saying there's no other spiritual beings. There's no other worldly beings. There's no spiritual realm. There's no different dimensions. This guy is an idiot. Right? These men, among many others, are the very reason why you think that Nibiru, ETs, aliens, and lizard people are controlling the world. First off, how could Nibiru, which is supposed to be a planet, be controlling anything if it doesn't have any autonomy? The fuck are you talking about? I agree with you on the ETs thing. That's the cover-up. That's the lie. There's no such thing as ETs. There are interdimensional beings, not extraterrestrial. Well, technically, if we're saying that the reptilians are underground and in military, deep underground military bases and in underwater bases, then technically you can say, yeah, they're extraterrestrial. But if they were here before we were even created, like Genesis says, like Genesis shows us, I don't even know where I put, okay. All right? So you can clearly see that the serpent was already around before Adam or this current group of man was created. So you can go check out the first 3 chapters of Genesis. They are there. Okay? So we agree, these beings are not aliens, they're not ETs, there's no planet called Nibiru. I agree with that, you jackass. It's just the context, you got it wrong, right? They would be lizard people. There's no other way around it, okay? I have never seen any intelligent life do UFO drive-bys. And you see his logic? This is his logic. I've never seen any UFOs do drive-bys. What do UFOs have to do with reptilians? What do the two have to do with each other? If it doesn't happen in our village, it is a lie. Do you Oh God. Okay, so let me ask you this question, stupid. It happened in Credo Mutwa's village. Credo Mutwa is an African, South African. He's more African than you. You understand? He's the real deal African. He talks about reptilians. So I guess he's a lying white man though, right? Okay, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it.
More precise. Just a short...
Shut up. Okay, let's let Credo talk.
And like I say, I asked him...
Let's let Credo talk.
...about the origin of the knowledge that he's about to pass on. When the white man started destroying our religion...
See, when the white man started destroying our religion, right? He's talking about ancient history he's referring to as religion, right? Let's keep going.
When he started demonizing our gods...
The white man came and demonized his gods, right? And remember, he's not an Israelite. He's an African. So remember, the gods that they believe in are demons. But keep going.
When he started ridiculing what we believed in and actually using educated Africans to destroy that ancient African religion.
Now, if the white man wasn't the serpent seed, why would he go all around the world destroying all the artifacts and evidences of a ruling class of non-human hybrids? That's what the white man did. He went all around the world during the 1100s to the 1400s, destroying all the artifacts which show that these beings exist. They wanted to wipe their rulership out of the memory of mankind so that we wouldn't be aware that we have an enemy that is in this terrain that is battling with us, the serpent seed, right? Come on, man. This is what Genesis 3 and 15 is about. Let's go.
In many parts of Africa, sir, our ancient religion went underground, and there were, call them secret societies, all over South Africa and Central Africa and East Africa and West Africa, where this knowledge was stored. and kept by aging guardians, many of whom did not know that in other parts of the land there were other guardians who were doing exactly as they were doing.
Do you hear what he just said? He said there were, in other words, what Credo is saying is once a white man was going around the world destroying shit, remember, the white man was like, listen, you either destroy this shit or I'll kill your ass and destroy this shit. So niggas had to hide. All that type of information, they had to withdraw.